What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Cookie DAO today. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. It is the first day of October. Still, we got about 20 minutes left in this day here. We're up 7%. It's nice to see 11.12 cents. 20 minutes left in the day. I don't know if we found our low at this point in time, but I'm very inclined to believe that we have, especially with how bullish Bitcoin has been and Ethereum and really the whole damn market, right? Everything's green. Everything's green. So it's and really the reason why more than anything I would believe that we found our low across the board is that this chart here with this W pattern, you've gone above the focal point, which typically means that you're on your way to new all-time highs. You're on your way to new relative highs compared to where the W started. So this, and I mean, I think we've had a very robust movement overall with Bitcoin. This is the largest, you guys, the largest green day that we've seen since pulling up to our all-time highs, really since July. This is the biggest, the strongest move that we've had in Bitcoin's existence really since July. It's happening right here. We had the highest levels of fear and probably the most negative news at these levels too. And there really wasn't that much negative news, honestly. A couple of hacks, stuff like that. We're talking about Bitcoin because, again, the thought here of being a low is not really obvious, right? It seems more likely that we continue to go lower, but I'm inclined to believe that this is the low because of what we're seeing here with Bitcoin and the rest of the market. I'm inclined to believe. So what am I saying there? Let's stop beating around the bush. I'm saying I think we got our low. I think we did it. And what better place to find a low? It's perfect. Written in a story somewhere. 10 cents. Psychological support. Of course you would. Of course you would. 10 cents. It's perfect. I think we'll look back at this and be like, man, 10 cents was such an obvious price. Why wouldn't you buy there? Well, we thought it was going to 9 cents. Well, yeah, but 10 cents, 9 cents, who cares? It's going to be worth $2 here pretty damn soon. You guys, Cookie DAO. Let's talk about this potential real quick because I finished off my Onyx coin video that I just made talking about the potential of Onyx coin as well, which it'll probably do something exactly like this actually. But Cookie DAO, high to low, we're expecting a $1.65 to $3.90 target to come out of this next move. Now, when does this move begin? I think it's beginning now. If it doesn't begin now, we have lower to go. Cool, then it'll begin then. It's now or later, now and then, it's going to happen at some point, okay? And I think we might be in the very beginnings of it now. And if that's true, the minimum target's about a 14x from here. 15x, I misspoke. It's about a 14.5, 15x from here. The maximum target is about a 35x from here. And these are targets, I think, toward the lower end we'll achieve by the end of October, toward the higher end maybe by the end of the year, or beyond that. It's quite possible that Cookie DAO could be all the way up at $7.50 or more by the end of this year. You guys, we're talking about something on the lines of a 14x in the next month, something crazy over the next quarter. And it might seem crazy. You might be watching this video and being like, dude, 69x, 70x, no way. It can't happen. This is crypto. And this is Cookie DAO. And Cookie DAO is primed to really steal the spotlight on this next run across the space. I really do think. $68 million market cap. The volume has been immaculate. It's honestly been immaculate throughout this whole range, and even at these areas here, there's clearly accumulation going on. Whenever we sell off, there's not that much volume, but whenever we're moving up, there is some volume coming in. There's still good volume even on the ways down, but with this level of market cap, I just can't seem to fathom that Cookie DAO sees anything less than a $10 billion market cap by the end of the cycle. And that just makes me think that we've got serious potential, that we're going to see like 100x potential or more. Doesn't mean that it has to happen just because I'm saying that, but we do have target areas up there to consider. You know, we got this $20 price, we got a $40 price, we even have higher prices than that, but those are multi-100x potentials. We got a lot of room to grow. And by the end of the cycle, that won't be by the end of the year, that'll be like Q2 of 2026. A lot of growth in a very short amount of time, but you guys remember, back here, we weren't even in alt season. Back here, you did a 42x. But it was a lower market cap. Yeah, no alt season. You still did a 42x. And that took from November 26th to January, so about a month and a half. We've got probably 6 months left, if not 9 months left. Let's say 6 to 8.5 months left of bull market left, okay, in the crypto cycle. And we're about to hit alt season. We could see some exceptional growth out of this thing. It happens every cycle. I truly wouldn't be surprised in the least if we saw this thing go above $20 by the end of the cycle, which from here from here, $20 or more is a 170 something X. It's incredible growth, right? $100 turns into $17,000. That's what that is. Crazy. Crazy stuff, you guys, right? You imagine you, whoever you are out there, you're working, you don't have a lot of cash saved up. You're maybe in your early 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, older than that. You have $1,000 in your bank account, maybe you have less than $1,000 in your bank account, and you just can't seem to save money, and you want to hit that milestone of 10K or more. Well, you could get it here with this thing, man. All it takes is $100. Put it in there, let it fly. Low risk to the amount of investment there, right? $100 at these lows is not going to make or break anybody. What if this goes to zero? Okay, you're out of $100. It sucks. What if this does exactly what I'm saying, but what if it does more? You could turn that into money that you've had a hard time gathering, and then you could put that towards something good. Now, what I want to say here, and there's probably plenty of you who are watching this who have a lot more cash than just that on hand. There's probably plenty of you watching this who know exactly what I'm talking about, right? The struggle is real for the average person. I get it, man. But if you want that life kind of changing wealth, it doesn't take a lot in this market. It really does not take a lot in this market. And Cookie DAO can really provide that. And I think that there's going to be, I don't want to quote anybody, but I have, I have a dream. I have a vision of the future, and it is a bunch of people sharing their success stories with Cookie DAO. I also have a vision of the future where there's going to be a bunch of people saying they had enough money that was life-changing in Cookie, but they sold too late. So don't let that be you. I'm getting all reminiscent here of last cycle and how phenomenal Dogecoin was. I'm not trying to preach too much, but I'm just saying, guys, you have an opportunity here. You have an opportunity with all these coins, man. Cookie DAO, Onyx Coin, Toshi. Like, if you're in a bind, I'm not saying this is going to solve all your problems, but if just one of these hits, let alone if all three of them hit exactly the way that we think they're going to, I mean, man, you've got life-changing wealth from a little bit, let alone if you're putting a lot in there, right? And by the way, on that note, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but when it comes to handling life-changing wealth, like let's say millions of dollars, it's gonna be different than a transaction that involves like $1,000 or $100,000. It's different. It's a whole different league. You got to layer out over time, right? Don't do it all at once. If we're in like a mid pump and the market orders enough and you're okay with dumping the price down that much, go for it. But when you start having a bunch of money, you got to be careful. You got to be more strategic and layer out over time. Okay, just think about that. Stuff to think about. Okay, let's move on here. I'm buttering the bread too much. 1 hour time frame. I just want to see people do well. I'm excited. I'm very excited to make money with Cookie DAO, but I'm even more excited to hear how much money you guys make with this. I'm very, very excited to see what this does for the community. The MACD is bullish. The stochastics are bullish. The RSI is bullish. They're all bullish. 4 hour time frame, it's the same, except even more bullish, honestly. We're about to rally. I really do think that by the time you guys watch this video, Cookie DAO is probably going to be back above 12 cents, maybe even above 13 cents. We're on our way. We're really on our way. And I really, really do believe that by the end of this month of October, at the very least, we'll be at new all-time highs. Which our all-time highs from here, that's about a 7x. By the end of the year, undoubtedly will be worth multiple dollars, which at a $2 value or at $2 price, that puts us at an 18x. 18x, man. $100 could turn into $1,800. Almost said 18,000. 1,800. It could be a lot more. I actually really do think that we could see $10 or higher by the end of this year, and that's crazy stuff, I know, but man, I'm just telling you. We'll see. Anyways. 4 hour looks great. 1 hour looks great. The daily looks great. Stochastics, you guys have crossed up for the first time in a while. You know what happened the last time that we had the stochastics cross up like this out of the oversold zone right back here? You know what happened? We did nothing. We did nothing, actually. Okay, wow. I thought that was back over here, but nope. From a low to a high, we moved up like 32%. That's not bad, right? 32% ain't bad. It's not what I'm talking about. It's a world's difference from 100x. But the RSI here, bearish overall, below the 50, not getting overbought, living in the oversold area. but you're rejecting the oversold zone now. You're looking like you're going to break out of this downtrend. You could be forming something fierce here and seeing some readings that we haven't seen in a long time. I certainly do believe we have more to go, and this stochastics is giving that away here. Even at 32%, we'll take it, whatever. But I think that you're going to do more than that. I would think you see a larger move than 32%. In fact, what happened the last time, the time before that, whenever you crossed up from a low to a high, that was 33%. Very, very, very similar. Low here to a high there whenever you crossed up and you actually went to the overbought zone, low to high. 47%. Very weak moves. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw a stronger move than any of these moves here if it broke you out of this downtrend. And once we break out of this downtrend, you guys, at that point, it's crunch time. It's time to FOMO. I don't care if this thing's at 17.5 cents. If I get paid that day, I'm putting money in there. If it comes down, I get paid on that day, cool, whatever. If it comes down, I'm not selling. If I bought up here, I'm only buying more. If I can't buy more because it's all in there, I'm just letting it ride because it's going to come back up. And really, the fun is going to be once we get above this point here, once we get above about 36 cents. Because once you're above 36 cents, at that point, anybody who's been watching Cookie DAO for all this time and beyond, they all know the exact same thing that we're talking about now is about to happen, that we're going to see new all-time highs. People will start measuring from the high to the low with their Fibonacci retracement tools. Their algorithms, their trading bots will do the exact same thing that we just did here, and they'll see that the common areas of the 1272 to the 1618 are up here, and I promise you, not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I promise you the primary target zone by the end of this next movement, which I think is starting now, it's a minimum of a 15x from here. Almost a 15x, right? Crazy stuff, man. Crazy, crazy stuff. I want to see people win. I want to see people make money, but I also want to make sure you guys are taking profits. We're nowhere near, but you have to do it responsibly, okay? We're nowhere near profit-taking time. It'll be time to take profits in 2026. Take profits whenever. You got life-changing money on the table that can make your life better. Go make your life better. Do it. Not financial advice, but do whatever you want with your money. If you make money, I don't want a slice of it. I don't own a slice of it. I don't deserve a slice of it. It's your money. If you lose money, I don't owe you anything either, right? This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but I don't want to see people round-tripping their bags because, man, I'm telling you, and there's two things. It's crazy. It's really a yin and yang here. And I'll probably have to make a video on this note exactly. I've talked about this before, but I'm feeling moved to talk about it now, is that there will be just as many of you that round trip your bags as there will be that sell too early and then FOMO at the top. It's a fine point. It's a double-edged sword, right? Don't sell too early. You have to have the conviction. And with that, that's why I think not financial advice, not a financial advisor. It's key to sell in Q1 or Q2 of 2026. The next 3 months, regardless of what happens, just who cares? Who cares? Pumps up 10x overnight, drops down 50% the next day. End of the year, it's all the way up here. Who cares? Don't worry about the divots. But then again, if you don't sell at the appropriate time, you could be left holding the bag, and then all that life-changing wealth that comes so easy, you're just feeling euphoric at the top, and we're at $20. You're like, yeah, but C-Zar said it could go all the way up to $40. We could literally double this. Don't get greedy. Maybe it's at $15, $16. Yeah, but C-Zar said to go to $20 at least. Who cares? Right? If you got life-changing money on the table, if there's that euphoria in the market, we're getting signals that things are topping off, Cookie DAO will be no exception. Take your profits. I think a lot of you can and will make life-changing wealth with this. I'm sure that I'm going to have my fair share as well. But I got nothing else, man. I'm just excited. I'm excited to see what this does, and I think that it begins now. So hit the like button, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. Bye.